Our investment in cold chain capacity is driven by the rapid growth of biologics and cell and gene therapies. We have expanded Singapore cold chain packaging and storage space for ultra-low temperature, frozen and refrigerated condition. We are actively planning an expansion into China to enhance our service capability and meet the growing demands for clinical trial support in the APAC region. Hi, I'm Kate Park. I'm Head of Business Development for APAC at Almac Clinical Services. 안녕하세요. 알맥 임상서비스의 아시아 사업개발부 부서장 박현진입니다.
Hi, Kate. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Linda. I'm glad to be here. I'm looking forward to sharing our insights about the progress and goals at Almac Clinical Services.
To start, could you provide some background information about yourself and Almac Clinical Services?
Certainly, I'm Kate Park, Head of Business Development for APAC at Almac Clinical Services. Almac Clinical Services is a global leader in clinical supply chain solutions, focusing on delivering customized and end-to-end services to support the successful execution of clinical trial. Our capability range from packaging, labeling, and distributions, and which including a cold chain logistic, which are critical to maintaining product integrity for clinical trials. At Almac, we don't just help to deliver clinical trials. We help to deliver with hope, and every aspect of what we do is with care. At Almac, we recognize that behind every trial are patients and families relying on the outcomes, and this understanding drives our commitment to quality, precision, and compassion in all that we do. That's why we supply with care.
You mentioned packaging as one of your core services. Could you share more about your packaging solutions for clinical trials?
Almac offers comprehensive packaging solutions specifically tailored for clinical trials. Our services cover primary, secondary, and tertiary packaging across a wide range of product types, including oral solid, injectable, biologics, and cell and gene. We utilize specialized packaging processes such as blind packaging to ensure study integrity and compliance with global regulations. Each packaging solution is designed to accommodate the unique requirements of the clinical protocol, ensuring that patient safety, product quality, and regulatory standards are upheld at every step.
Almac has recently made significant investment to enhance your cold chain facility in Singapore. What key trends are driving in increased investment in cold chain capacity for clinical supply chain, particularly in the APAC region?
Our investment in cold chain capacity is driven by the rapid growth of biologics and cell and gene therapies, which requires highly controlled storage and distribution conditions. The APAC region is experiencing a surge in clinical trials, and most of these advanced therapies demand strict temperature management. With the increased focus on precision medicine, pharmaceutical and biotech companies require robust cold chain infrastructure to ensure product integrity throughout the supply chain. Almac Singapore has expanded cold chain facility due to its strategic location, high-quality infrastructure, and supportive regulatory environment. Singapore's connectivity to major APAC markets allows us to manage complex logistics with reduced transit time and enhanced supply chain efficiency. Additionally, this existing Almac operation in Singapore already support a wide range of clinical trial activities, making it a natural choice to scale up our cold chain capabilities. This enables us to meet a growing demand for biologics and advanced therapies while ensuring compliance with APAC's diverse regulatory landscape.
So what unique challenges do you face in managing cold chain logistics and clinical supplies compared to other global markets? And how does your cold chain facility address them?
The APAC region has diverse geographic distance and varying climates. Additionally, with each country having specific regulatory requirements for clinical trial packaging and distribution, it makes handling clinical supply more challenging in APAC region. So, for example, in China, the regulatory requirements for cold chain logistics are particularly stringent. We must ensure continuous temperature control and detailed documentation to satisfy Chinese regulations, as non-compliance can lead to a shipment delay or product rejections. Our Singapore facility allows us to manage these requirements more effectively by offering reliable temperature control logistics and maintaining all necessary documentations, which ensures smooth entry and compliance for China-bound shipments. As mentioned earlier, our facility in Singapore provides a centralized hub for APAC, allowing us to handle regulatory nuance and support temperature-sensitive shipments across various countries effectively. By expanding our cold chain storage capacity, we ensure consistent support to pharmaceutical and biotech companies in this region with high global quality services.
What will your new cold chain facility in Singapore benefit pharmaceutical companies in the APAC region in terms of clinical supply chain management?
Our new facility in Singapore enhances our ability to support pharmaceutical and biotech companies with faster and more reliable access to temperature control supplies across APAC. By having a facility in Singapore, we reduce shipping time and minimize the risk of temperature excursion and enable more efficient distribution of temperature-sensitive products, ensuring the sponsor meets their critical timelines. We have expanded Singapore cold chain packaging and storage space for ultra-low temperature, frozen, and refrigerated condition. It is equipped to handle temperature range from -90 to -60 Celsius for ultra-low storage, frozen for -25 to -15 Celsius, and 2 to 8 Celsius for refrigerated products. We also have controlled ambient storage area to accommodate a full range of clinical supplies. The facility's design and monitoring system are aligned with good manufacturing practice, ensuring optimal conditions for clinical trial products.
Can you share an example of how Almac Clinical Services collaborates with pharma and biotech companies to develop tailored cold chain solutions that meet the specific needs of clinical trials in APAC?
Sure. In a recent project, we collaborate with a local pharmaceutical company conducting multinational clinical trial across APAC, including high temperature regions. So we designed a cold chain solution that includes validated and insulated shippers as well as temperature monitoring devices. So additionally, we utilize Almac Control Tower, which consolidate most up-to-date country-specific custom and logistic information to ensure efficient custom clearance and delivery. Through close collaboration with various stakeholders in logistic and continuous monitoring, we maintain temperature integrity and minimize transit times, helping the clients meet critical timelines with no temperature excursion. And one thing that I'd like to highlight, Almac Singapore, we are uniquely positioned to support not just multinational clinical trial, but also the growing needs of regional and local clinical trial led by biotech and pharmaceutical companies. These smaller organizations often face challenges due to limited in-house resources to manage their clinical trial needs comprehensively.
As you just mentioned, smaller biotech and pharma companies often face limited resources. Could you share how Almac Clinical Services addresses these challenges and supports clinical trial needs?
Our approach is tailored to address these specific gaps. So we provide customized services and optimized solutions that meet their budget requirements while reversing our global expertise. By offering this combination of agility and specialized support, we enable these companies to navigate the complexity of clinical trial more effectively. This level of support has made us a trusted partner for many local companies, driving significant collaborations. As a result, we have continuously expanded our capabilities to meet the increasing demand. Our commitment is to deliver fast, reliable turnaround times and access to experts who can bridge the resource gaps for both pharmaceutical and biotech companies, empowering them to bring their innovations to patients faster.
What specific measures does Almac Clinical Services implement in the shipping process to minimize temperature excursions and ensure the integrity of temperature-sensitive clinical supplies?
So we utilize advanced temperature monitoring devices that track conditions throughout the shipment journey. Additionally, we implement a strict packaging protocol with validated shippers to maintain the requirements temperature. This measure, coupled with proactive route planning and contingency strategy, it significantly reduced the risk of temperature excursion during transport.
How does Almac Clinical Services ensure the stability and safety of biologics in its temperature-controlled storage, especially with the increased demand for cold chain management solutions?
So Almac invests heavily in monitoring and shipping pod technology to ensure stable condition in all temperature control storage unit. So our facility is equipped with redundant systems such as backup power and temperature alarms to provide constant monitoring and quick response to any deviation. This approach maintains the safety and integrity of biologics even as demand for cold chain solutions continues to grow. With increasing demand for temperature control storage, Almac is expanding our capabilities to support the growth of biologics and advanced therapies in the industry. This leads us to the next in our journey, the addition of secondary cold chain production room to further expand our capacity and production capabilities.
Let's talk about the secondary frozen production room. What new capabilities will be available with its addition?
So the secondary cold chain production room allows us to increase our capacity for cold chain storage and offer expanded production capabilities. This enables us to manage larger volume and support more complex clinical trials, particularly those involving advanced therapies like biologics that require strict temperature controls.
How will the strategic investment in Singapore impact Almac's global service offerings, particularly in packaging and logistics for clinical trials?
The Singapore investment strengthens our global network by establishing a dedicated hub for APAC that streamlines packaging and distribution. This positions us to provide more efficient, scalable, and region-specific solutions for clinical trials, enabling sponsors to meet regional regulatory requirements and timeline while benefiting from Almac's high global standards.
Finally, as the head of business development APAC, what are your future plans for the region?
My vision for APAC is to expand our partnership with local and multinational pharmaceutical and biotech companies to support the growing clinical trial market here. We aim to further develop our services in cold chain logistics and regional distributions to meet the specific needs of APAC sponsors. By investing in expertise and technologies, we're positioning ourselves as a trusted partner for clients navigating the complexity of clinical trial in this dynamic region.
Do you have any plans to expand your service facility in another APAC country?
We are actively planning an expansion into China to enhance our service capability and meet the growing demands for clinical trial support in the APAC region.
Kate, thank you so much for sharing such valuable insights into Almac Clinical Services and your vision for the region. It's inspiring to see how Almac is driving innovations, especially in cold chain management, and making meaningful contributions to clinical trials. We all look forward to seeing Almac's continued growth and success.
Thank you, Linda. It was a pleasure to discuss our work at Almac Clinical Services. We are truly excited about the future and are committed to advancing our services to support clinical trials. As I mentioned earlier, we help to deliver with hope, and every aspect of what we do is with care. At Almac, we recognize that behind every trial are patients and families relying on the outcomes, and this understanding drives our commitment to quality, precision, and compassion in all that we do. Hence, we supply with care. Thank you.
Thank you.